Okay, listen, another day, another Tommyinnit video, and it's becoming a problem, dude. Fallout of the century has just gone down, okay? Between, you guessed it, Tommyinnit and Dream. Now, there are a ton of layers to this, right? All going back years. So I'm gonna try and focus on the main stuff and then go into like the general reaction, stuff like that, right? Let me make it clear before we start, I'm not on anyone's side for this, right? I think they both have messed up in certain contexts. I'm just here to have fun and try to recap this entire situation for you guys, okay? So, starting off, Tommyinnit made a joke about Miskiff apparently. Not sure what it is. Honestly, it's probably nothing. XQC called it cringe, okay? Tommy quote tweets this Dexerto tweet with, "To be more cringe than Tommyinnit is pretty hard, but you pulled it off, pal." Dream weighed in with a now deleted tweet with a meme with two paths for DSMP fans: growing up or becoming a blank Tommyinnit fan. This got some heat. Dream replied to one of his replies saying, "I'm autistic, but it's okay. Twitter is Twitter. It's okay if they like you and if they don't." This right here is what kicked everything off. I'm not even kidding. Every DSMP fan, old and new, came out of the woodworks to have input on this. I don't have the original screenshot here, but here's the response to the screenshot, and this alone got over 6 million views. No way did I make Dream say the R slur again. Actual bastard. From this point going on, it's gonna be kind of hard to keep a timeline here because this is going so quick, and I'm trying to compile everything, but there's multiple people streaming about it at once. Anyways, I'm just gonna start with the reactions to this. How long until Dream tweets "I love you guys" from his private? Dream losing absolutely everything because he can't guilt trip and manipulate Tommy anymore. This is Drake versus Kendrick for Minecraft fans. I honestly think it's hilarious that he deleted all of his tweets and comments before you even woke up to see them. What a coward. I missed when this fandom was just building dirt houses, not burning bridges. Dude, that was fire. I fully believe Dream is genuinely beginning to lose it. Oh, and you're right. Just wait till we get to the crash out. I also find this whole thing kind of ironic because I found this tweet and I think it's funny given the situation and the circumstances. I don't personally support the use of the word blank. I feel enough people find it offensive that if you're a content creator, you should phase it out of your vocabulary. Kinda hypocritical. Dream then posted this now deleted Reddit post further explaining why he did what he did. Genuinely still confused on what the rules are. Honestly, not trying to be obtuse. Multiple people going viral calling me the R word, and everyone explains that it is okay because they're neurodivergent. Then I see a meme that uses it and posts it and it gets absolutely throttled for it. Obviously, it's the internet being disingenuous, but that doesn't completely invalidate anyone that might be upset by it. Most of the people calling me ableist for using it are the same people that lit fireworks when Nicholas Cantu was the slur-slinging slasher, including Tommy's closest friend. It's either okay or it's not okay. The double standards are infuriating. I have my own reasons for having a problem with Tommy going around being the internet police and was expecting to get a ton of shit for going after poor Tommy that lies about me constantly, but obviously I had no intentions at attacking every Dream SMP fan or being ableist, Lamau. It was a dig at Tommy fans because somehow the worst of the Dream SMP fans have congregated all to make up lies and shit on other creators, and Tommy feeds right into it to promote his Patreon shows, books, or whatever else he's currently promoting because he has absolutely no backbone. Either way, my lesson from this is that Twitter is somehow even less reasonable than I thought in the first place. Oh, and don't use the R word under any circumstances, even if you see a funny meme and you're autistic. Lesson learned. Hopefully I can be forgiven. Back to coding. So Tubbo comes in response to all of this, specifically to the Dream Reddit post, as well as he reveals a ton of info here.
Today, I'm on about when he messaged Tom's mum after if YouTubers Honest video will come out. I think that's crazy. That's a crazy betrayal of trust because he got, I imagine, now I might have to fact check this, take this with a grain of salt. I imagine he got Tom's mum's phone number during the worst of the doxing and the swatting during 2021, which by the way, he uses as a piece of like, gotcha. Like you could have made a joke about this that was actually, that just didn't use that word and it would still hit the same. Like, the Lamau here is crazy. I would argue, whether you have an autism diagnosis or not, calling 15 million people the R slur is probably a little bit ableist. Let's be serious. Let's be serious. It's released a video like 3 years later disproving everything. So I think that's important to keep in mind, but also part of my brain is also tinfoil hat and like, okay, but enough money can make anything disappear.
Keeping his mom's phone number after his docs came out is low-key insane. Also, I don't know, the implication about his allegations and that he paid people off, I feel like is dangerous, especially if arguably they all overall have been disproved. When it comes to the other clips, I feel like that's kind of up to you and where you stand on the perspective, especially when it comes to the Dream stuff. A couple more creators weighed in here, and I just want to share this clip of Jack Manifold here because I feel like he's saying things that we've all been thinking for years now, no matter what side you're on.
I've never seen a group of people like pick apart to the minutia everything everyone does and find fault in it, but then turn a blind eye to the most obviously bad shit and try and do all this mental gymnastics to say why it's good. I cannot fathom it. Like, I really, like, it is unheard of.
So from my understanding at this point in the timeline, this is where Tommy makes his own video responding to this all titled Dream. Insane stuff, by the way, here. He absolutely goes after Dream. I'll show the major points here.
You harassed my mum as she was going through a divorce, the worst time of her life. You tried to harm the relationship between me and my mum. And if we weren't best friends with that you were saying, you probably could have really harmed that, mate. You are like a proper movie villain. I cannot believe how the George stuff from a year ago went down. I cannot believe the response to it online. It's disgusting. It's sexist, man. And you and your friends' references and the way you talk about women behind the scenes has been so sexist too. Shame on you guys. 4 years ago, you were awful to me. When I was 16, you gave me YouTube advice, and you held that over my head for years. You didn't treat me like an equal, and you made me feel small. The Dream SMP, a lot of your success just wouldn't have happened without me. You can't throw around the arselor, mate. You just can't. My mum worked with adults with disabilities, and since I was 12, I volunteered with her. These are real, amazing people, who I think of like family, who actually get called this slur. And you do not just throw it around. It's impossibly immature and reckless and sets such a shitty precedent to everyone. Shame on you, man.
Dream then goes live, and dude, these stream clips are wild. Some are good, and some are just the guy crashing out.
All my evil plan! It's come together! All of the members on the Dream SMP are under NDA! And they have been for years! His opinion privately wasn't, not only was it not this was not his opinion, this was not what he expressed privately, even in showing support to me privately, support to the USMP privately. It was, in my mind, such a selfish, this is just me being completely honest, selfish, money-grabbing, no backbone move. I think partially, honestly, this sounds ridiculous, it's partially because I played the villain on the Dream SMP. Like, partially, that's why.
What? All right, Tubbo's back again, reacting to streams of Dream, and he reveals some crazy behind-the-scenes info here as well.
Dream SMP not only increased everybody, including Dream, to the point where they were getting such insane views, the ad revenue alone was millions of dollars. To say you made no penny from the Dream SMP is insane. Because first of all, Bad Boy Halo hosted the fucking server. You didn't spend any money for the Dream SMP either. Throw some respect on Bad Boy Halo's name.
Okay, Lord, I hope I haven't missed anything so far. There's a lot here from a lot of creators, so if I did leave anything out, let me know. I promise it's not out of malice or trying to frame anything a certain way. It's just kind of hard to keep track of everything that's going on, especially with these videos staying in a quick recap format, right? What do you guys think? Like, genuinely, I want to know. It's a pretty divisive thing right now, so I'm curious as to what the general consensus is. Anyways, be sure to subscribe and notifications on because I will have a new video out whenever there's a new update as soon as possible. My Discord will also be linked down below where I'm going to be sharing live updates on the situation. Anyways, I'm out. Thank you to channel members Lucian, Bryn the World 10, Phoenix Ace, and AUE.